I think we got it now. I'll be right back after this. All right, I hope everybody can hear it now. I hope you can hear this, Chris and Bill. I had that one setting that was wrong. Hey, listen, today's going to be, I wanted to talk about some of the staffing issues, some new companies, and the social media job post that I wanted to go over, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Example in staffing right now, over in Bethlehem, Nike's moving into on Majestic Drive. That's a 1 million square foot warehouse. That's going to be a couple hundred jobs. So right there on Majestic Drive is 2 Walmart centers, distributions. There's a Crayola FedEx, and there's McKesson when you drive all the way down. That's a total of 4,000, probably over easily 3,000 jobs, easy, right on that strip between when they're all in peak season. So with Nike moving in, it's going to have an effect on Easton. It's going to have an effect in Allentown and possibly even into Brenningsville, because candidates that have bounced all over the place, that are just going everywhere, they're going to go to the new sites. As soon as these new companies open, you're going to see they're going to go there. There's not a doubt in my mind. The pay rate when they start up probably is going to be a little bit higher. Boom. Now all the other companies are going to be battling over another site that's opening up. Nazareth, the same way. I could not believe it. And a freaking cornfield. There is another logistics center. It's all going to come down to, again, who's offering the pay rates, the perks and all that. But some of the stuff I wanted to talk about is when it comes to the social media part. I learned today that I had one of my settings wrong. I had a 1-hour class today and I had it wrong. And social media is changing so many things right now for the job functions. That's about ready going out on your page. The job function is going to disappear. That says apply here. A lot of that's from the older version, but they're switching a lot. So I'm going to say just once, Google Ads Manager, if you're in marketing, if you're a recruiter and you can have some say in that, I am telling you, you hit that. Like we made an ad today, for example. I'm running an ad today for forklift drivers. I went over it with Facebook Marketer. We went through it. There was one setting that people live in the area, or people used to live in that area, that they were there who knows how long. If you don't check all these things in there, you're not going to get the right audience. So long story short is I'm going to run the ad for 5 days. We put $100 down, 5 days, not going to touch it. And again, we're going to see how that works and generates for forklift drivers, because it's getting harder and harder and harder. The only way, if you're not utilizing social media for free, between sharing it to job posts, job boards, and that's really about it, and sharing it on your own personal, and there's not much more you can do for free unless you drive those candidates to your Facebook page. The most interesting thing is, Bill, I thought I've heard a lot, Chris, Facebook Wi-Fi. So if your router, right, if your router at home or your business is Facebook compatible with Wi-Fi? You log in, you put it in as a guest. Now get this, I'm not going to do it. Wow. So I could sign into the router here, have Facebook Wi-Fi. That means candidates, anybody within the area that comes to the office or your office, they can click on it as a guest, and it's going to bring your page up right away. That, I don't know. Maybe it'll work. We got Matt and Denise Bell watching too. Hi, Matt, Denise. So Facebook Wi-Fi on your router, I'm telling you, I don't get it. Don't get it at all. But hey, it's something new. Maybe it'll work. With social media, there's a lot of other things like calendar bookings. It works. You want candidates to book a meeting with you or something? Promote it. It's right in there. It's 15-minute slots, 30-minute slots. I get a lot of feedback saying it doesn't work and it takes time. Just be patient about it. Try it. Connect it up to it. It's no different than your calendar. You can connect it to your calendar and Outlook and all that. You can connect it all together. So let a client or candidate book time with you. All right. There's no difference. When you have host answers and questions and answers, sorry. Think about that. Questions and answers. Promote the event on your social media page, right? Log in, go live, and have questions and answers. Hey, if you get 10 people on it, that's worth it if they're going to come and work for you. So look at that. I mean, don't just like say no to some of these things if you haven't tried it. Teach your team, take 3 to 4 recruiters or even, the manager there, an hour class a week of some social media training. You're going to see some results and insights that's going to help you a lot on those things there. So, marketing, still put out your educational and everything that you put on there about the company, the culture, but then the branch managers and recruiters post all the jobs inside there. And I wanted to bring this up. Now, I went on some of the job boards. So I'm going to ask you some questions if you would want to work for some of these job postings, okay? Here's the first one. Just one ad I saw, flipping boxes, right? Weekly pay, direct deposit, $16 an hour. That's it. Wow. Really? That's a staffing company too. Flipping boxes. Does that sound interesting? Weekly pay, direct deposit. Text this number. That's it. Nothing about the company. Nothing that they offer. That's it. Next one. This one really. $13 an hour to $20. Start next day. Wow, that's really interesting again, isn't it? That makes me want to go work for the company. 13 to 20. All you're doing there is you're capturing that person's attention because maybe you're only paying 13, but you're going to tell them 20 to get them to look at that ad. I get it. I see people doing it all the time. And you need to explain in that ad how you're wasting your own time by having those candidates message you and say, oh, do you make $20 an hour? No, you make 13 to start. Then in 2 months, you can be up to that. Just be honest. Put the only way it's 13 to 20 if that's an efficiency based. That's it. If you're in the CPUs, that's it. That's the only way incentive based that you're going to make 13 to 20. That's it. Now this is what I like about the next company. It's a nursing home on a job board where there's all logistics, right? I'll tell you what, beautiful ad, images of, like your grandmother or somebody elderly that you're taking care of. Beautiful job description, no pay rate. Now I understand why they don't put the pay rate on there because they probably cannot compete with some of these jobs, $20, $30 an hour. You can't do it. But what I'm explaining there is they talked about what their company was, type of benefits you have, your schedule. Perfect. So that can work for them. This next one, I got to tell you, reliable attendance, occasionally lift 100 pounds or more, read and write, use a forklift and pallet jack. That's it. That's it. What company? It's a staffing company that posts this. I don't want reading what they write. That does that make you interested applying for that job? Now there's 20 of them on there. Does that make you interested? Occasionally lift 100 pounds, reliable attendance. Wow, that's great when you got to post a job that says reliable for attendance. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. This one, will really get you going. Forklift position, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. No drug test or background. The background, I'm very sincere and have a passion for second chances. I get it. I really do. I like that option because if someone has made a mistake, I really believe you can tap into that and just give people second chances. That'll work. But to start out with a forklift driver and you're telling them to come down and apply and no drug test, safety, come on. No drug test, you're going to start that out with. That's crazy. This next one I was really shocked about. LPNs and RNs. They took a picture, an image of a business card. Again, does that make you want to work for? You don't even know the company. It's a business card. Here's a good one. Customer service reps. They need 100 of them over in Bethlehem. Good luck with that because I know what company it is, and you're not going to fill those orders. 100, but that's all it was about. It was just customer service reps. Nothing about the job. Nothing what you're going to do. Nothing that would make a candidate want to work for you. You know, because then you have great companies like the FedEx and the Nestle Waters. And I saw some really good companies that even Home Depot, and they really put in a professional ad. And I'm not saying everybody doesn't have to do that, but the images would speak. There's some images on there that a staffing company thinks that they can put 10 little things on an ad. You can't even see it. You cannot see it on your phone. You have to blow it up to say, wow, they got 18 openings. Look, 18 different jobs. It's little checkers. You can't see it. You're getting right by. Nobody's even paying attention to it. This one, job fair, 16 years old plus. 16 years old plus. I guess they're going to have 16-year-olds plus people. I mean, it didn't give an age bracket, 16 years plus. And I can't understand that. I didn't know they could work at 16. Maybe some of the companies can hire at 16. I don't know. But they're the kind of things on the ads that I want to talk to you about. Show your company. Hey, Gary joined in. And Matt, show your company what you're working and show them why they want to work for you. That it makes a lot of sense. Because if you don't do that, they just right through it. They right through it. They don't even look at the ad. I had a couple of questions before. Some of them were like, how long does it take an ad when you run it within 24 hours? And what time to post jobs? What time do you post a job that's going to get you more views for your company? And I can tell you, when you learn your audience, when you really get into Ads Manager and you know the time frame, right? It shows you right on there. Now, some of these say like consumer goods, Wednesday at noon, Friday at 1 p.m., tech jobs, B2B, business to business, weekdays, 10 a.m. to noon. You know, we utilize software that schedules for you. So like if I ran an ad right now, which I'm running right now and you don't see it, Facebook knows when to post it. It knows should you pause. Now, this is a mistake I made. I would always pause my ads at nighttime. I always did. I was like, why am I going to spend money at night? So I paused my ad that I'm paying for. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I didn't know. You know, I was doing it for so long. I was still successful, but by running it now, I don't touch it. I have it on my phone, an app that I can shut the job on and off. But it knows when it's nighttime, and it will show it to the least amount of people at nighttime. But I would always shut it off, even sometimes on Friday nights and Saturday nights. Nah, don't touch it. Let it go. So that was one of the questions. Some of the questions were, how can you promote your business for free? Listen, you can still personal presence using a fan page, you know, your Facebook page, brand appearance or presence, really make your company stick out. Make that candidate want to work for you. Create your own group. So, what I like about this is if you have your business page like I do right now, right, on social media, say Results Staffing, right? And I want a group of forklift drivers, all right? I want a group of customer service reps. When you have the candidates apply, also send them to your group. Send them to a special group, because then all you have to do, you can separate it on your like pages. I know this sounds crazy, but if you take the time to do these things, you're going to be successful in it. I'm serious. You're going to pull candidates that you never thought you'd had before. You're going to have your candidates that don't show up and all that like that, but you're going to get your passive job seeker that might be really ready to make a move. So if that passive job seeker's looking, they're the ones that you want to target. Maybe they're tired of their employment, they're having issues, get them in. But by building a group, let me tell you, you can build it and have 100, 200, 300 people in there, because they're going to refer people for your business. They're going to say, wow, okay, we're looking for forklift drivers. I can put a message out just to that group saying, hey, we just had an opening up in Bethlehem or Easton for a great company. Tell them the company. Don't just baffle them. Don't tell them nothing. Say, hey, start tomorrow. Talk about the company. I'm telling you, you'll see it. It'll help. So they're on groups. You're not going to know, like I said, what times. It's going to decide for you. So that's one of the good things. I had a question on, can employers fire you for social media? Can they fire you? And listen, I mean, the research that I've done is, listen, it's at will. If your state, like California, Pennsylvania, and all them are at will states, they don't need a reason to terminate you. That's why I said, if you're seeking a job right now, I know people will sit there and say, well, I'm not cleaning up my Facebook page, or watch what you post. Think of it as an employer perspective. Now, they're not supposed to base it on that, but with bias and everything like that. Listen, do you check somebody's Facebook page out? If you were an employer, would you check it out? If you were a small business, would you look on there? You know what I mean? So whatever you have on there, just be careful. It represents yourself and what you're putting out there to get a job. Now, when you have one, hey, post what you want, but when you're looking for a new one. So some of the strategies, yes, college recruiting, nonprofit, second chance, trade schools, hit the colleges, hit the trade schools, hit the nonprofits, the second chances, go after that workforce, because some of them at second chances have busing, and they also bring your candidates to work. So maybe as a small business, listen, if you're a small business, why not? Reach out to a nonprofit, second chances, they get to work, they go back. That's it. They're trying to change their life, turn their lives around, and they want to work because they realize they want to work and make a difference. So really look into that. One of the other questions, all right, Facebook ads. Managers, if you go to Facebook Business Manager account, you look for Facebook Ads Manager. It's real simple. You're an objective. What objective do you want? Do you want people to apply for your website? Do you want people to like your page? Do you want people to apply for a job? Define what your objective is. You have to know what your objective is. If you're looking for warehouse people, right? And I'm sorry, like customer service reps, are you going to go after warehouse interest? No. Design, like Matt, Denise, Gary on there, if you're into business, design your ads for what you're going after. Target who you're after. I just did that ad. I told you, and I'm going to finish up here. I just did an ad. I'm running it from 16 to 17 miles from our location right there. And it shows you the map where you're at. So there are the areas I want to target. So I put warehouse interest and forklift. That's it. And people residing in the area now, not prior. There's a drop down. There's a lot of things that you can learn that I don't want somebody that's lived here previously. I want people that work here now, because remember, you're paying for that. You can get that pay rate, that CPM down to like 27 cents a click, sometimes even better. So think about that. Think about what you're spending for a small business. Can you imagine hiring somebody for social media, and we'll come out, we'll consult with you on how to lower your costs from your job boards, what you're paying. But can you imagine only paying 27 cents for a click? That's it. You know, if you're looking for summer help, 27, 40 some cents, if you do it correctly, you got to let it learn. So, you know, I'm going to end it here, but just to go over things real quick. Thanks for watching the show. Is do social media postings, really put some work into your ads. If you're a company now in Lehigh Valley, look at some of the job boards. Look, you're going to see some of these ads are no effort. There's no effort whatsoever in these job boards. Change it around. You're going to see a difference and learn social media targeting. And everybody have a great night. Whew, that's a lot of talking for one day. So talk to everybody soon. See you tomorrow.